Is calisthenics more functional than weightlifting? If you have consumed fitness content for a bit of time, you probably already heard the word functional, but the word has probably been used too much and the people that use this word don't seem to ever explain it. What exactly makes a training more functional than the other? I think we can all agree that functional means that it is of use and helpful towards our lives, goals, and work. In other words, the training method that has the most helpful carryover to our lives is the most functional. But the problem is that not all people are the same. We don't do the same things, we don't have the same goals or aspirations. Is calisthenics more functional to a guy that works moving furniture for a living? In his case, it will be more helpful to specifically work on exercises that mimic moving things from the ground than doing pull-ups. Is weightlifting more functional to an electrician that needs to constantly climb stairs or towers for a living? In his case, it will be more helpful to accustom himself to his own body weight through pull-ups than lifting things from the ground. In both cases, the most functional training will be different. But let's put aside the specifics of work and think about the common things that we all do despite our jobs. In that way, we can find if calisthenics is more functional than weightlifting. We all wake up, brush our teeth, we use our arms to hold our cell phone or a cup of coffee. We open doors, sometimes lift boxes or other things from the ground. We constantly walk and climb stairs. In retrospect, when it comes to non-specific things that we all do, modern life doesn't require us to be in perfect shape or very fit. Instead of running, we use bikes or cars. Instead of climbing stairs, we use elevators. Instead of lifting heavy stuff, we use machines. Because the strength requirement is so low, it means that we don't use our bodies at all. This sedentarism basically makes us so weak that anything can be a challenge. In this sense, any type of training can be extremely functional. Whether it be calisthenics or weightlifting, both will have a great carryover benefit on the quality of life of the modern person, and thus both will be functional training. The squats or weighted squat for stronger knee joints, any type of back exercise for lifting stuff. The sudden muscle mass and strength increase that beginners always experience can both be achieved through calisthenics or weightlifting. And honestly, does the normal person need more strength than the one achieved through his first 6 months? It's not like the need for strength or flexibility of the normal person is so high that whether choosing to do calisthenics or weightlifting will have a great difference on how helpful it can be, or the carryover that it will have in their lives. With the context of the weakness and the strength requirements of the average person, any resistance training is as functional as it can be to their lives. Even if you care about flexibility, you can choose exercises with more range of motion and flexibility requirements with weights. If you want balance, you can use dumbbells. And the same can be seen in calisthenics. You can reduce the range of motion with half reps, or just work the balance aspect and flexibility ones individually. It's not like you need to do everything at once. Right, it's always this idea that this exercise or this training method needs to be the perfect or the best, or that it needs to work everything. Why can't things be specific or work for the things they are supposed to work for? Why do training methods need to be superior to other ones? You don't ask the plumber to also be an electrician. So why does an exercise need to give you the same results on balance, flexibility, strength, and conditioning? It is about ego, or about feeling better about our decisions. If the calisthenic guy says that calisthenics is more functional than weightlifting, he will of course feel that it's on the right path and doing better than the weightlifter. And if the weightlifter thinks that calisthenics is useless, then he will also feel better about himself, because it means that they chose the correct decision. If you think that your training is shit, suboptimal, bad, and a waste of time, you of course will not give it your all. You will feel like you are wasting your time. But if you think that your training is the best by putting other training methods down, you will of course give it all in your training, because it is the best and you won't find it anywhere else. So you are using your time right and not wasting time like the others that don't train like you. If anything, if we compare which is more functional, either calisthenics or weightlifting, we might as well say that running is far more functional than both. The guy that lifts furniture for a living, the electrician that climbs towers, and the average person can greatly benefit from running and having a better cardiovascular system. It will always make you feel less tired if you have a good cardiovascular system. It doesn't matter what you do, cardio will always be helpful. Does that mean that we all should stop doing calisthenics or weightlifting because running is far more functional and thus superior, and thus the rest is a waste of time? Most training methods or styles have their advantages. Most people can have a great increase in quality of life in their first few months of resistance training. Most resistance training methods will have carryover to your life. Whether or not one helps you the most is something for each one of us to decide. Even so, a lot of things in life are not about what is the best or the things that will give us the best results, but the things we choose to do because it comes from our will.